Welcome back to our channel. If you're joining us for the first time, we're glad to have you here. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to stay updated with our content. Today, we're delving into a topic that's crucial for anyone navigating the complex world of relationships. We're talking about 5 relationship red flags you shouldn't ignore. This video will help you understand what these red flags are, why they're important, and how you can spot them in your relationship. Remember, awareness is the first step towards improvement. So, grab a notebook, sit back, and let's dive into the murky waters of relationship red flags. Don't forget to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments section below. We're all here to learn and grow together. Now, let's get started by understanding the importance of red flags in relationships. Have you ever wondered what are the major red flags in a relationship you should never ignore? Well, let's embark on this journey of discovery together. It's crucial to understand that a red flag is more than just an annoying habit or petty disagreement. It's a sign of deeper issues that could potentially harm the relationship and the individuals involved. Recognizing and addressing these red flags early can save a lot of heartache and pain down the line. We're not just talking about minor annoyances, but patterns of behavior that persistently cause distress or conflict. These include a lack of communication, controlling behavior, a lack of trust, disrespect, and repeated betrayals. Ignoring these warning signs can lead to unresolved conflicts, loss of individual identity, feelings of betrayal and resentment, a toxic environment, and erosion of emotional intimacy. Now, without further ado, let's dive into the first red flag you should never ignore: lack of communication. Imagine a relationship where you can't openly discuss your thoughts and feelings. Sounds unhealthy, right? Indeed, communication is the bedrock of a flourishing relationship. It's through sharing our thoughts, feelings, and experiences that we foster understanding, empathy, and closeness with our partners. But what happens when that communication is lacking? When there's a persistent avoidance, stonewalling, or a reluctance to discuss vital issues? That's a red flag waving high. Ignoring this breakdown in communication can lead to unresolved conflicts and resentment, gradually chipping away at the relationship's foundation. You see, without open dialogue, misunderstandings can quickly escalate into full-blown conflicts. The relationship becomes a guessing game filled with assumptions about our partner's thoughts and feelings. This atmosphere of uncertainty can lead to tension, mistrust, and ultimately, disconnect. Without communication, we're just guessing our partner's thoughts and feelings. So, let's not ignore this red flag. Now, let's move on to the next red flag: controlling behavior. Ever felt like you're losing your identity in a relationship because your partner dictates your every move? Now that's a red flag we're calling controlling behavior. You see, in a healthy relationship, both partners should respect each other's autonomy and independence. When one starts dictating who you can spend time with, what you can wear, or where you can go, that's a clear sign of controlling behavior. This kind of conduct can be subtle, even mistaken for care or concern, but it's a far cry from genuine love. It's a warning sign of an unhealthy dynamic that can lead to a loss of individual identity and, in more severe cases, emotional abuse. If you ignore these signs, you risk becoming a shadow of your true self, living life on someone else's terms. Remember, a relationship should enhance your individuality, not suppress it. Let's explore the next red flag: lack of trust. Trust is the backbone of any relationship. What happens when that backbone is fragile? A lack of trust is a major red flag in relationships. It can manifest in various ways, such as jealousy, accusations, or constant surveillance. These are often signs of underlying insecurity. Trust is a fundamental component of a secure and strong relationship. It forms the basis of your connection and creates a safe space for both partners to be themselves. When trust is shaky, it's like a house built on sand. The slightest tremor can bring it down. If this red flag is ignored, it can lead to feelings of betrayal and resentment. Over time, these feelings can eat away at the foundation of the relationship, leading to its demise. It's essential to address trust issues head-on, fostering open and honest communication to rebuild the trust that's been broken. Without trust, even the strongest relationship can crumble. Let's look at another red flag: disrespect. Respect is a two-way street. What if one lane is constantly blocked? Imagine being in a relationship where belittling comments, mockery, or outright insults are the norm. This is the red flag of disrespect. Mutual respect is the bedrock of any healthy relationship, and without it, things can quickly turn sour. Disrespectful behavior can be as subtle as constantly interrupting your partner or as blatant as outright insults. It's a red flag because it undermines the self-esteem and well-being of the person on the receiving end. If left unchecked, it can create a toxic environment where emotional abuse thrives. It's like a slow poison, gradually eroding the love and warmth in a relationship, replacing it with hurt and resentment. So if you notice a pattern of disrespectful behavior, don't ignore it. Address it head-on. Remember, everyone deserves to be treated with kindness and respect. Disrespect can turn a loving relationship into a battlefield. Let's move on to our final red flag: repeated betrayals. Trust once broken is hard to rebuild. What if it's shattered over and over again? The red flag we're discussing now is repeated betrayals. Now, betrayal can take many forms. Infidelity, dishonesty, breaches of confidentiality, the list goes on. But the common thread is that they all damage trust, that fragile cornerstone of a healthy relationship. Repeated betrayals can be particularly devastating. Imagine a mirror, broken into pieces, then glued back together, only to be shattered again. Each time the cracks become deeper, the pieces smaller, the image reflected more distorted. That's what repeated betrayals do to a relationship. They erode the very integrity of the bond, creating deep wounds that are hard to heal. Ignoring these betrayals can lead to a toxic cycle of hurt and mistrust, undermining the emotional intimacy that is so vital to a relationship. It's crucial to address these betrayals, to resolve the underlying issues, and to work on rebuilding trust. Repeated betrayals can leave deep wounds that are hard to heal. Now let's wrap up what we've learned. Recognizing red flags is the first step towards healthier relationships. As we've discussed, there are 5 major red flags that we shouldn't ignore in any relationship. The first one is a lack of communication, which can lead to unresolved conflicts and resentment if not addressed. The second red flag is controlling behavior, a clear warning sign of an unhealthy dynamic that undermines individual autonomy and freedom. Thirdly, we have the lack of trust, an essential component for any strong and secure relationship. Without trust, feelings of betrayal and resentment can easily undermine the relationship's foundation. The fourth red flag is disrespect, a behavior that can create a toxic environment and damage self-esteem. Finally, repeated betrayals is a major red flag that can devastate a relationship, eroding emotional intimacy and trust. Addressing these issues is crucial for the health and longevity of your relationship. Being aware of these red flags can help you safeguard your relationship. Remember, your happiness matters too.